What's going on out there? Hey, listen, I know I'm riding solo dolo, beer cave, he at work. He's got to do a later show. We got to get things figured out. My overtime, everything's overlapping, but we will be back together soon again. I don't know. Scully may jump in. Who knows who may jump in this show? But damn, what a weekend, right? What a crazy ass weekend. Hope y'all had a great Thanksgiving. Hope y'all enjoyed your turkey. Hope you enjoyed football that happened. I mean, it was a lot of good games over Thanksgiving. Just look at what we have. I mean, a lot of good stuff. We thought it was going to be some trash. At least I did. I thought it was going to be some real blowouts, some real trashy football. But instead, we got some games that became close and that we were like, damn, I could watch you. But I don't know. Where should we start? Well, we'll just start with Thanksgiving football. You had Detroit versus Chicago, and that game came down to 3 points. It also came down to a timeout not used by Matt. I don't have a clue. Eberflus. This dude is done, fired and gone, and good riddance to that dude. You a Chicago fan, I know you are loving it and loving it a lot, because what the fuck was he thinking? Not taking that timeout, not getting that field goal set, not trying to tie this game up and go to OT. He literally cost his team a chance to win. Poor coaching at its finest. At its damn finest. I'm just not understanding what the hell he was thinking. That little Jerry Seinfeld. What the hell was he thinking? I don't know. Lions came out on top 23-20. Caleb Williams, he was 20 for 39 at 256 with 3 touchdowns, no INTs, which is a good sign. No real run game. Swift and Williams both had the same yards, 39. DJ Moore, 8 receptions, 97 yards, and a touchdown. Keenan Allen busted loose with a 2-tutty day, 5 receptions, 73 yards. I mean, the Bears tried to do everything they can. That defense did everything it could. I mean, Jared Goff was 21 of 34, 221 yards. That is it. Only 221 yards, 2 touchdowns. He was only sacked once, though. Rushing yard-wise, the two-headed monster of Knuckles and Sonic. David Montgomery had 21 carries for 88 yards, no touchdowns. Gibbs, 9 carries for 87 yards, no touchdowns. And that's something that bugs Jay a lot. No rushing touchdowns. I understand that, especially with them 2 dudes in the game. Amon-Ra St. Brown had 5 receptions, 73 yards. Tim Patrick, 2 receptions, 48 yards. Look at this, man. Well, where's Sam Laporta at? He gets 2 tutties, but he literally had 3 catches for 6 yards. Man, talk about you were scared to death in fantasy, and then he caught them 2 touchdowns. No yards, nothing. Hey, but the Lions, they improved. What are they, 11-1? I mean, they is the team to beat right now. They're the team to beat in the NFC. The Eagles are showing what's up, but I feel like the Lions are a complete team defensively, offensively, coaching-wise. They have it all. They have it all. And the thing is everybody's like, well, that was a close win against the Bears. Yes, it was. They haven't won on Thanksgiving in 7 years. That is their kryptonite. Like last year, I called it. I said Green Bay was going to get that W, and they got it. Everyone was like, yeah, right. Now, well, they did. It's the Lions and Thanksgiving do not mesh. The only thing that meshes there is the fact that they have to play every year on Thanksgiving. That is the only foregone conclusion there is the Detroit Lions and Dallas Cowboys play on Thanksgiving. Whether they win, we don't have a damn clue ever. But go on to the Giants Cowboys. Now, this ended up to be a lot closer than it led off to be at first, You got to think it was 13-10 at half. Then the Cowboys took off. 14 unanswered points. Then the Giants said, hold up, wait a minute. We might be trash, but we're going to get our ass back in it. And they sure in hell did. They scored 10 points in the fourth quarter, try to bring it in, try to do something. They ain't do shit. Let's look at little stats. You had Drew Lock, 21 of 32, 178 yards, threw a pick, no touchdowns. He did run for a touchdown. Now, he had the most rushing yards for his team. 4 carries for 57 yards. Come on now. How the hell does Drew Lock have the most rushing yards on your team? Malik Neighbors, 8 catches, 69 yards. And T. Johnson, 5 catches, 54 yards. And after that, just goes downhill. Cowboy side of it. And what I don't get, and maybe you guys can jump in here and tell me a little bit. Why are they not using Trey Lance? Why is Trey Lance not the starting quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys? You had Cooper Rush, 21 of 36, 195 yards, a touchdown. But you had Dowdle. Dowdle. I don't even know how to say him. Diddle. 22 rushes, 112 yards, and a touchdown. CeeDee Lamb only 2 catches. 2 catches for 39 yards. That's it. Turpin, 4 catches, 53 yards. Brayden Cooks is the one that had the touchdown. He had 3 catches, 16 yards. I mean, I'm shocked Dallas won the game. I mean, they were playing the Giants. If they weren't playing the Giants, they would have lost. They would have probably got their whole ass whipped. You had the late night game, and I feel like everybody knew what this game was going to be. Cold as shit. That means the Dolphins don't win. Tua cannot play in the cold. Green Bay beat that ass 30-17. I mean, let's take a look. Dolphins, Jesus. Tua, he had a game, though. Can't play in the cold, but look at this. 37 of 46 for 365 yards, 2 touchdowns. He was sacked 5 times. They had no run game. Obsoleto run game-o. Look, Mostert had 5 rushes for 19 yards. That was the most rushing yards there was in that game for the Dolphins. Jonnu Smith, their tight end. 10 receptions, 113 yards. And almighty finesse, we will get to that. They're so big frauds, but yet they beat Boston last night. Yes, I get they lost to Atlanta. They lost to Atlanta twice. I understand that. But we're going to get to that shit. Let me get through this NFL stuff. Tyreek Hill, 6 catches, 83 yards and a touchdown. And A-Chain, he said, I'm not going to run the ball, but I'll catch it for 8 receptions, 56 yards and a touchdown. Miami. And you had J-Love on the other side, 21 of 28, hell of efficient, 274 for 2 touchdowns. Josh Jacobs, 19 carries for 43 yards and a touchdown. Man, what about Kraft over here, though? That tight end for Green Bay, 6 receptions, 78 yards. Josh Jacobs said, hey, I also catch the ball, and he got 4 catches for 74 yards. And Jalen Reed, again, what is up with the receivers this week? They're having like barely any yards, couple receptions, and they're touchdowns. Jalen Reed had 3 catches, 24 yards, 2 tutties. Green Bay put a whooping on that ass. Now let's go ahead and go to Sunday. Houston Texans, Jaguars. Why was this game so damn close? Why was it so close? Texans are having a shit time right now. 23-20, they got the win. Let's take a look at some stats. C.J. Stroud, 22 of 34 for 242, a touchdown. He was sacked twice. C.J., I mean, a little sophomore slump. I understand it, but come on now. Receivers been banged up here and there. Joe Mixon, this is what they need to do every damn game if they want to win. 20 carries, 100 yards, 101 yards, and a touchdown. Nico Collins, 8 receptions, 119 yards. Schultz, the tight end, 5 receptions, 61 yards, and a touchdown. Tank Dell, a lone reception for 23 yards. They are missing Diggs. But Tank Dell, they got to get that game going. But they need to run the ball 20 or more times with Mixon to win a game. They have to. They have to open up the pass that way. Jacksonville, you had Sunshine, only 4 for 10 because he took that big hit. That big hit knocked him right out the game. He threw a pick, though, early on. You got Mac Jones going in there for 20 of 32, 235, 2 touchdowns. Mac Jones says, hey, I'm not done playing football. I can toss the pigskin. Travis Etienne, 13 rushes, 46 yards. Again, shitty on the ground here. Can't run the ball worth shit. P. Washington, 6 receptions, 103 yards, and a touchdown. Brian Thomas Jr., 4 receptions, 76 yards, and a touchdown. I mean, we all know what the Jags are. We know what they are. Here's a game I really like. Chargers, Atlanta. I figured the West Coast coming east, this was going to be a tough game. It was going to be a close game, low scoring, and it sure in hell was. Chargers got them 17-13. Justin Herbert had a shit day. 16-23, 147 yards, sacked 5 times, no touchdowns, no INTs. The run game was obsolete. They didn't get a touchdown. They didn't even go over 40 yards. But Ladd McConkey, 9 receptions, 117 yards. And after that is only 12 yards. 12 yards was the biggest after that, and that's crazy that they got that win. But Dicker, their kicker, put that ball through the field goal post and pretty much won that game for them. On the Falcons side, Kirk Cousins, 24-39, 245 passing yards, but he threw 4 INTs, 4 of them. But Bijan Robinson said, hey, 26 carries, 102 yards, got himself a touchdown. He also got on the receiving side, 6 catches, 33 yards. London had an all right day, 9 receptions, 86 yards, but man, 4 INTs by Kirk Cousins. Hey, that Charger defense is turned around since last year. They're looking right. We'll quickly run through this game. Tennessee Commanders. The Commanders done whipped, and I mean whipped, the whole damn ass of Tennessee. Will Levis, 18-37, 212, 2 touchdowns. No run game. Pollard was non-existent. I mean, there was nothing going on. Westbrook had both touchdowns. Jaden Daniels, 25-30, hell of efficient, 206 yards, 3 touchdowns, threw an interception. Brian Robinson Jr. coming back from that injury, 16 carries, 103 yards, and a touchdown. Then you had Rodriguez, a backup that stepped in when Eckler went down, 13 carries, 94 yards, and a touchdown. Jaden also ran one in. Terry McLaurin had 2 tutties with 73 receiving yards. I mean, it was an absolute dismantle, 42-19. Man, the Commanders, I picked them to be number 2 in that division, and they showing out. They doing their thing. Arizona, Minnesota. Why was this game this close? But Arizona showing out this year. Kyler Murray, 31-45, 260 with a touchdown, but 2 INTs. You had Connor, who just got extended by Arizona, 17 rushes for 68 yards, no touchdowns. And their boy McBride, 12 catches, 12 receptions, 96 yards. And Marvin Harrison, 5 catches, 60 yards with a tutty. I mean, close as hell, 23-22. Whatever on the other side, Sam Darnold, 21-31, 235 with 2 tutties. Again, what is up with the rushing lately? Rushing in the NFL has gone downhill because the top rushers, 22 yards in this, no touchdowns. Justin Jefferson, though, had 7 receptions, 99 yards. Atson, 54. Hawkinson, 28. All right, good morning, Matt Henry, man. And the touchdowns go to other people. Aaron Jones had a receiving touchdown. So Minnesota takes that one. Colts, Patriots. Now, this was a lot closer than I expected it to be. But Colts took it 25-24. What a real close. And look, I'm not a fan of AR-15. I call him bum-ass 15 because that is what he is. He went 12-24, 109 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. He also ran a touchdown in. Jonathan Taylor got 96 yards on the ground, but nothing else. Taylor got a receiving touchdown. It's just, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of what the Colts are doing with bum-ass 15. Drake May, 24-30, hell of efficient, 238 with a touchdown and an interception. Ramondre Stevenson, 18 rushes, 73 yards, no touchdown. Antoine Gibson gets the touchdown with 62 yards rushing. Hunter Henry, trying to make a name for herself, coming back. 7 receptions, 75 yards. And Hoopa had 4 catches, 42 yards, and a touchdown. Man, that was a hell of a close game. Look at this. Pittsburgh and Cincinnati. AFC North. Rough, tough, beat 'em up type football. Yes, AR is definitely awful. I didn't like him in Florida. I didn't understand why he got picked so high. Why? Because he threw a couple long bombs and he could run. They did. What did they think he was Lamar or something? Come on, man. We done with this dude. Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, 44-38. Pittsburgh gets the win. There was a controversial call on the last drive. There's a controversial call on every damn drive in every damn game. The refs are screwing somebody over, it seems like. Russell Wilson, 29-38, 414 yards, 3 touchdowns with an interception. Najee Harris has 16 carries, 75 yards. He had a touchdown. Yeah, finesse. Bengals, that's it. Time to lose every game. Zach Taylor needs to be fired. Time to lose every game, get a good draft spot. George Pickens, 3 catches, 74 yards and a touchdown. Freiermuth, 6 receptions, 68 yards and a touchdown. But yeah, it's time for these Bengals. Look, they could play offense. They can play offense like no other. Joe Burrow, 28-38, 309 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Hell of a stat line. Chris Brown, 12 rushes, 70 yards, touchdown. Chase, 6 receptions, 86 yards, touchdown. Higgins, 5 receptions, 69 yards, touchdown. I mean, they got offense everywhere. Everywhere. Problem is, exactly, it's their defense. They have no stars besides Hendrickson on the line on their defense. Their defense is trash. And I mean trash. I wish I had a garbage can right here. I'd show it to you because trash is what the Bengals defense is. But again, they have stars all over that offense. Higgins is not going to be on that team next year. Higgins is probably going to be, I like him to be a Charger. I like the Chargers to throw some money at him, put him out there with Ladd McCankey. I like that. I like that for the Chargers. All right, Seahawks, Jets. What a game this was. Jets go up 21-6, and then they don't score again, and Seahawks go 20 unanswered. 20 unanswered points win this game. Geno Smith, 20-31, 206 yards, touchdown. Little Beast, as they call him, only had 49 yards on the ground, no touchdown. JSN, 4 receptions, 74 yards. DK Metcalf, 66 yards. And Lockett, man, what is going on with Lockett? That's another person that's probably going to find another team or he's going to retire. But he only had 3 receptions, 16 yards. Oh, what up, Red Jet? We're going to get to your red and gold here in a little bit. Aaron Rodgers, listen, 21-39, 185 yards, 2 touchdowns and interception. Again, they were cooking. And then they just got whooped. They just got whooped on. Breece Hall, 12 carries, 60 yards, no touch. Devontae Adams finally got a touchdown with the Jets, 5 receptions, 66 yards. Garrett Wilson, 5 receptions, 41 yards. Oh, Jets, time to lose. Time to lose. Rams, Saints, Matt Stafford, bum game. Henry, I am there with you. Saquon Barkley is definitely your MVP. And the second runner-up is Derrick Henry. Quarterback is third in this MVP voting for me. It's got to go Saquon, then Derrick Henry. That's what it is to me. Matt Stafford having a shit game. 14 of 24, 183 yards, 2 touchdowns. Kyron Williams, 104 yards on the ground with a touchdown. Puka, 56 yards receiving a touchdown. Robinson, 49 on a touchdown. Cooper Kupp, nowhere to be found in this game. Pissed me the hell off. 3 receptions, 17 yards. What the hell are they doing over there? Cooper Kupp might need a new team. Maybe that's a Charger. Ooh, Cooper Kupp as a Charger. Giants need receivers. Ooh, I like it. I like it. Saints, Derek Carr, 24-37, 184 yards. Yeah. 1 touchdown. Kamara, 112 on the ground, no touchdowns. What is going on here? What's up with the rushing? There ain't no rushing touchdowns anymore. It's like no one wants to run the ball in the end zone. What a game here, though. Division game. Bucks, Panthers. You better not be saying A-Rod to Cleveland. Aaron Rodgers is not going to Cleveland, dude. No, hell no. Hell no. Great division game here. Bucks, Panthers, 26-23 in overtime. The Bucks get the job done. Baker Mayfield, 21-33, 235 passing yards, 1 touchdown through 2 INTs, though. But Bucky Irving, boy, 25 rushes for 152 yards and a touchdown. Woo-hoo. Rashad White added in 76 on the ground. Mike Evans, big game. 8 reception, 118 yards and a touchdown. Everybody else looked like nothing. But no, Aaron Rodgers is not going to Cleveland. Carolina, their defense, ranked in the top 10 in almost every category, looking good. Bryce Young, 26 of 46, 298, a touchdown. Chuba Hubbard, only 43 yards on the ground. Adam Thielen, where you been, boy? Thielen was feeling it because he had 8 receptions, 99 yards, and a touchdown. Tremble with 5 receptions and 77 yards himself. They couldn't get it done, though. This right here, to me, is the game. Philly, Baltimore. Philly got the job done, 24-19, but this was a hell of a game. Jalen Hurts, only 11 of 19. 11 of 19, 118 yards and a touchdown. Why? Because Saquon Barkley ran for 100 yards and threw a touchdown in. I mean, Brown had 66 yards receiving, no touchdowns. Goddard had the lone receiving touchdown. A-Rod and Devontae are not going to Cleveland. They're not going to Cleveland. Let's stop that right now, Matt Henry. Let's stop that. On the Ravens side, Jackson, 23-36, 237, 2 touchdowns. Henry, 82 yards on the ground. Zay Flowers, no touchdowns at 74 yards, though. Mark Andrews, the tight end bunches are the ones that had the touchdowns for the Ravens in a good game against the Eagles. The Eagles, they're looking good. They're the ones. It's going to be them and the Lions in that NFC Championship, it seems like. And we go to that late game. We go to that Buffalo Bills San Fran 49er game, and it was just a massacre of all sorts. Buffalo Bills handed them an ass whipping, 35-10. Brock Purdy ain't do a damn thing. Didn't even crack 100 yards. He was 11 of 18 for 94 yards. Sacked twice, didn't do shit. CMC gets hurt, probably out for the season. Mason comes in, 13 rushing yards, 13 carries, 78 yards. No touchdowns. Juwan Jennings had 56 yards. What's up with Debo? Well, then they don't want to use Debo no more? Like Debo's not a weapon or something? I don't know. Yes, he does. And it'll be Saquon, Derek, and then whoever behind it, Josh Allen. Hey, I got to talk about him, though, Red Jet. Got to speak on him. But we're going to go to Josh Allen. Look, he was only 13 of 17, 148 yards, 2 touchdowns. James Cook had 107 on the ground with a touchdown. Davis, 63 on the ground with a touchdown. Even Allen got into it with a rushing touchdown. He threw 2, ran 1, and he also caught 1. They don't put it in there, though, as a catch because he had a shuffle pass from Cooper. I don't know. They didn't put it in there, but Bills get it done easily. Easily. Woohoo! Bills ass whipping. I feel like the Bills are going to come out the AFC. I think it's going to be a Buffalo-Detroit Super Bowl. Maybe Buffalo-Philly, but Detroit's looking nasty. How about that? Would you love to see Buffalo back in there? They had that run in the 90s. They were there 4 times in a row, and they couldn't get the job done. Thurman Thomas, Bruce Smith, Jim Kelly, they was all there 4 times. Couldn't get the job done. You think it's going to be Buffalo, Detroit too? Listen, Philly's going to have something to say, though. They're showing up. They're showing up, and they're beating teams they need to beat. Saquon's unbelievable right now. Unbelievable. They have the offense. Jalen Hurts, we've seen him do it in the Super Bowl before, so we know he's got it. That defense is coming. I mean, did you see that hit Cooper put on Henry? I mean, that was a man hit. That dude took Henry up and put him down. That little white safety, boy, woohoo! That was a nice-ass hit by him, man. Nice-ass hit. What about the NCAA, though? What about all the rivalries that happened? You had teams going down all over the place. Ohio State got beat by that team up north. Ryan Day, you are fired unless somehow you bring a national championship to Ohio State, but you are gone, boy, gone. Then that crazy brawl that happened afterwards when Michigan tried to plant the flag. Ohio State wasn't having it. They started throwing fists. It got crazy. People got maced. It was nuts. But I mean, it happened all over the place. It didn't just happen at Ohio State. You had Florida State people trying to plant flags, Arizona State people trying to do it, UNC, NC State people doing it. I mean, the flag planting was happening everywhere, and people were just fighting yesterday. That's what a real rivalry is. People just brawling after the game. It didn't need to get to the extent of, pepper spraying people, but God, like, I get it. The shoving, pushing, like, hey, nobody planting a flag on my damn field. Hey, Buckeyes, where the hell was that fight at when you was playing the damn game? You playing the See, I'm getting a little upset. You playing the game, you got no fight. Chip Kelly don't know how to call no damn plays. You keep trying to shove the run game down someone's throat for no reason. Will Howard ain't throwing the ball correct. How about we switch it up a little bit? How about you do some 5-yard, 10-yard passes? Get somebody open and let them start running loose. You have the best wide receiving core in college football. You got to be able to be creative on the fly, Chip Kelly. And Ryan Day, your punk ass, can't beat that team, man. You just can't do it. You should dog whoop that team. That team don't have no quarterback, no offense whatsoever, and you lost. And what? You can't make a field goal? Can't make a damn field goal? Oh, my God. Yeah, well, Ryan Day, he said, hold on, let's go ahead and do this. We're going to keep shoving Junkins down there. That shit wasn't working. I didn't even watch it. I was checking in on it because I work during the weekends, and I'm like, dude, this is outrageously stupid. Some of the dumbest calls I've ever seen. I was pissed off beyond belief that I was looking at this. And then, again, can't make a field goal. Fucking insane. Clemson, you lost, but Syracuse saved your ass and put you in your championship game. Texas A&M goes down. A couple other teams rank go down. Who else? Miami. Cam Ward got beat, goes down. Like, what the hell is happening here? But Ohio State looked like they're going to be in the playoffs. Ryan Day, the only way to save your job is you go to the national championship game and you win it or lose it by 1. Even then, you're gone. I say you're gone. That if you win the national championship, they got to keep you. There ain't no way they fire you after that. But you gone, dude. You trash. Bring Mike Vrabel in, or you know what? Make a call to Marcus Freeman and say, hey, buddy, we're going to give you a shitload of money. Come here, bring some players with you. Do your damn thing. Let's get this rolling because he's doing his thing at Notre Dame. They putting some ass whippings over there with the Irish. But, we're going to see what happens. You got the championship games coming up. Playoffs will finally get set. We'll know what's going on. Here's a conversation I want to get into. What about the Heisman? Who gets this? Travis Hunter or Gentry? Gentry looks, he's got what, 22? Is he at 21 or 2,200 rushing yards? 29 total touchdowns. Travis Henry's got, I don't know, what is it, 1,200 receiving yards. He's got 4 interceptions. He's got 15 touchdowns. Jesus. Two-way player versus a dog at running back. They need to just have 2 Heismans this year. Give them both a Heisman. Say, you both get a Heisman. You literally, how you going to tell Hunter that he can't get it? The dude two-way playing every game. And he's productive. This ain't like he just over there just holding it down because they don't have nobody to put there. He is a dog as a corner. And he's doing his thing as a receiver. He just had 3 touchdowns. And I think he had an interception in the game too. That's the shit I'm talking about. Who are you picking here for this? You taking Gentry or you taking Hunter? I don't know. I don't know, but 29 touchdowns though? Ooh. 2,200 rushing yards, that is something else, man. That is something else. And you still got, the championship game and then whatever else. He could wind up having it all if they count all that towards it. He's not breaking Barry. He could, I guess, if you count all those games, but I don't know, dude. It's insane to me. I don't know who to pick. I truly believe this needs to be a year where they do an unprecedented thing and say, hey, we're giving out 2 Heismans. 2. Both them dudes deserve it. It's not even a coin flip right now. It's not even a coin flip. Yeah, Eberflus was fired. Yeah. Bye-bye. Trash. Trash. How do you sit there and not call a timeout? How do you not give your team a shot to go to OT? Fucking trash, Eberflus. What a name, too. Eberflus. Sound like he's straight out the Dr. Seuss book. That's what he sound like. And over here to the right, you got your Eberfluses. That's what it sounds like to me, little Dr. Seuss, man. That's why he's trash at football. He over there trying to rhyme and shit, and he couldn't find a word for timeout, so he couldn't call it. Fucking trash. But seriously, what is your take? Gentry or Hunter? What do you want here? Eberflus, yeah, trash. But Gentry or Hunter? Where are we at here, guys? Come on. Someone's got to have some insight on this. Someone's got to have something to say. Who do you want to win this Heisman? Because I'm telling you, I'm just giving them both one. There ain't no reason for neither. They both should have this. Both should have this damn Heisman. Almighty Finesse was already. Oh, look, you said Travis and it's not close. Again, and that's where my problem lies, because he's the two-way player and he's doing it straight stud on both sides. But Gentry's doing something we ain't never seen in a long time since Barry. And he's just killing it. Killing it. But the two-way player, though, you don't see that ever like that. Studs on both sides like that. Oof. I mean, Primetime did that, but he wasn't. I think Hunter's even a better two-way player than Prime. Almighty already got on my case, said regular season team is what the Cavs are last night. They took down Boston. Boston didn't have Jaylen Brown, though. The Cavs didn't play at their highest quality either. Mobley and Allen both played shitty, but still no excuses on either side. Cavs took them down, but they just come off losing 2 in a row to Atlanta. But then Atlanta also lost 2 to the Wizards. So it's almost like, maybe that's just that team. That's just that team that we lose to. You know, it's not going to be something that's going to be reoccurring. We are that number one squad in the East. We do our thing. Hey, the Knicks are doing their thing too. I'm not going to down the Knicks. They are playing good ball right now. I mean, they're showing it all around, every position. The West is about to be crazy. The East is about to be crazy. Not crazy, because you got the Knicks, Boston, and the Cavs. And then you just kind of got some fillers. What position will Travis play in the league? Ooh. I feel like he plays wide receiver. I feel like he plays wide receiver, but he also does the Troy Brown. Remember the Patriots had Troy Brown? He had a wide out and put him at corner. So he'll play both. I can see him doing both. I can see maybe, hey, they say one game you're just going to throw him out there as a corner. Next game they're going to put him in the wide receiver. They're going to use him where they need him, I think. I don't think it's going to be where they just pick one. They get that combo with him. And that's what's scary. That's what makes him the number one pick. You get a wide out who's a dog, and you get a corner who's a dog. And you can use them at both because the league allows you to do that. You know, we've seen countless number of players do that. Like I said, Troy Brown for the Patriots. I mean, Deion did that. He did all three phases. He was on the offense, defense, and special teams. Hey, but them ego-driven owners might do that just because that's the show. It'll attract more viewers. It'll attract more people buying tickets to watch the game. That's what it might do, Matt. It might be a bigger draw because he's playing both ways. And you want to, when's the last time you've seen that? Someone do it as good as he's done it. When's the last time we've seen that? It's been a long time. So they might let him do it. They might put him out there and let him do that. Might not be like he does now in college, but it could be where he flips over a couple plays, like some meaningful plays or a meaningful drive. He switches over and does corner. They might do that. And I mean, if I'm an NFL team, that's what I look at. If we're up by 3, other teams got a big drive coming to go down and try to tie it, I'm putting them out there and saying, hey, as long as he wasn't worn down on that last drive, I'm putting him out there. What, because of Taylor? Yeah, I hate the whole thing with the Taylor Swift and all that shit. I absolutely hate it. Hey, I'm glad it's bringing a draw of people that normally don't watch football. I'm glad, but still, I understand they don't want the top pick to get injured. But I'll tell you right now, if I got a drive, I'm up by 3 and I need a stop, I'm putting in a corner. I'm putting them out there. I'm putting them out there for that drive. Not the whole game, just that drive. Because you know he can get the job done. Again, as long as he wasn't wore out from the drive before, I'd even take him out the drive before. Only have him in there a little bit, try to get down that field, do our thing, get him more rested because I know I'm going to want him in on that drive on defense to try to make sure they do not go down that field. But again, that's what they'll do. Who knows? Who knows? The Swiftie is real. You got people that I didn't even think were that crazy about Taylor Swift just talking it up all over across all the platforms, TikTok, Twitch, Facebook, everywhere, just talking everything about everything with that girl. I mean, I'm not a fan of the music, but I mean, she's a draw. She is definitely a draw. What we got tonight, you got these guys right here. The Cleveland shit show Browns versus the Bro Knicks Broncos. Ooh. I'm taking the Broncos. I don't want the Browns to win another damn game, but they're going to win some games, and I'm going to be pissed off because that draft spot needs to get where it needs to go because you guys, this season's trash. Go ahead and just play everybody. Put DTR out there. Screw James. Put DTR out there. Let's see what we got in DTR. I want to see what we got in Robinson and see what we need to do here. Start putting guys out there like that. Bro Knicks is about to bomb all over this. I mean, he doesn't throw interceptions. The Browns have only had 2 interceptions all year long. The dude's probably going to throw 300 yards. Cortland Sutton's about to be a dog tonight. Denver doesn't really have a run game. They'll use a lot of the short passes, more than likely. But their defense, PS2 over there, might shut down Jerry Jeudy. No Cedric Tillman, so receiving game for them is going to be down. They have a hell of a run defense, so Chubb might have a hard time getting off. I think he still does good, depending on how gameplay is. Jameis Winston's probably going to throw 40 plus damn times. Yeah, I watched him, but the thing is, it was so spread out. When we watched DTR last year, he got thrown in a Ravens game 2 hours beforehand. He won a game, but then again, he's just so. I want to give him let him play out the rest of the year. Give him some time where he's in there the whole time so he doesn't think he's just getting yanked every 5 seconds. Let him play. That's what I want to see. Let the man play every game. The whole game. Let him do it. He's going to suck. He's going to suck. It don't matter. We're not doing nothing. He throws 4 interceptions. He threw 4 interceptions. That's it. Hey, Winston is better. But again, I'm looking to see what my future is going to be in. It's not Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston might have another couple years, but again, DTR is that young guy we drafted. Let's see what he is. If not, cool. Let's get rid of him. Let's make sure we draft somebody. And that's that. I'll take Justin Fields from Pittsburgh because I don't think they're going to bring him back. I will take Fields. I like Justin Fields. I thought the Bears should have kept him. I truly believe the Bears should have kept him and built that team they built for Caleb Williams for him. Because I think Fields would have did a hell of a job with that squad. A hell of a job. Plus his running ability, yeah. I think that would have been a killer move for the Bears. And you don't use your top pick on a quarterback. Man, they could have did so much with that. They could have traded down, got another first-round pick this coming year. They could have did all sorts of shit. I, for real, thought the Bears should have kept Fields, traded down, got more draft picks. It would have been great. They better hell no. That's horrible. Kyle Cord, no. Nah. I wouldn't mind Shedeur Sanders. I'll take Shedeur Sanders here in Cleveland, but I know he ain't going to come here. They're talking Cam Ward. They're also talking defense. Listen, it's so all over the place with all the talk that's being said about what the Browns are going to do with those picks. I want to know where we're going to be at. I see we're as low as 8 right now. We need to get back up in that top 5. I don't want to be 8. Back in the top 5. Do not win another damn game, Cleveland. Come on now. Do not do this shit. The Cavs are the ones that are going to do the thing this year. The Indians did the thing this year. You guys got off to a horrible start, are trash. Take the bum ass, take all your losses, take your L's, get off-season shit worked out, fire who you're going to fire, do what you're going to do with this, move pieces, and get the draft spot we want. And then if we want to trade back, great. Because then we can do everything we needed to. But come on now. I just don't understand. But see, you know what they're gonna do here? They're gonna play KC. They play the Dolphins. They play both those teams at home. Watch them win those games. No, he's not the future. They've already said they're bringing somebody in. It's gonna be a competition to start the season next year. It's a competition to start that season. So he is not it. They already said it's going to be a quarterback competition. And I hope we do draft a quarterback. We better. If it's not in the first round, which is fine, you could find some guys. You could find some decent QBs. I mean, second round, third round. I mean, Brock Purdy was 7th round. Yeah, $70 million a year. I get that. Says differently. You're absolutely right. But I think they're taking so much heat now, it ain't going to matter now. They're going to give him the benefit of the doubt, but if someone outshines him in camp, he ain't starting. I agree, Skrills. I agree. Salute. Hey, I agree. They are going to lose tonight. Bro Nix is going to whip that ass tonight. We're not going to stop Denver. Bro Nix is going to do his thing. Look what Jaden Daniels did. Jaden Daniels is pissed off because Bro Nix is taking a lot of his heat away from him because the last 3 weeks of what he's done. Jaden wants that Rookie of the Year. Well, Bro said, hold on, boy, hold on. I'm going to go ahead and I'll put my name in there. And he gonna beat us down tonight. I feel like it's going to be a crazy game. We're not going to like watching it. I don't think we're going to like watching it at all. But yeah, DTR start the rest of the season. But again, they're going to do that. And even if say Jameis plays, we're going to win games we shouldn't. We'll beat the Chiefs. We'll beat Miami. The Chiefs should have been beaten a lot of games this year. But we're going to beat Miami. Miami goes to Cleveland. In that cold? Oh, man, there's problems. They don't win in the cold. I don't know. It's just something they don't do. That could be another win. I don't want another win. I don't want the Browns to win a damn thing. I don't want them to win out, nothing. I don't want them to make a case. Well, hey, look, we got it. No. Be done. Get a good draft pick and then trade that draft pick if you want to. If you don't want to draft a quarterback up there or there's no solidified player you like, trade it. Hey, get Gentry. Get the running back from Boise State up there. They don't have a good quarterback. Watson isn't a good quarterback. Yeah, it's going to be a hit. We're going to keep Watson on the team. He's just not going to play. That's how it's going to be. He's going to be on the team. If there's a quarterback better suited to win, then that's a guy that's going to go in. And that's what the Browns and that organization needs to understand. Watson, great. You're paying him all this money. You're stupid as hell for paying him all that money and doing what you did. But if you got a better option, that better option has to play. Pay that man the money to sit on the bench. I mean, you got to do that because that dead cap hit's going to be crazy. So pay him to sit on the bench. If there's a better option, that's what we have to do. We have to play the better option. And I hope to God there's a better option next year, or somehow Deshaun, after healing or whatever, becomes some superhuman dude and has one more crazy year left in him and does something. Yeah, there's not a whole bunch of good quarterbacks. I need a serviceable quarterback. Deshaun's not even that right now. This year, he didn't even crack 200 yards. Didn't even crack 200 yards. I just need a serviceable quarterback. That's what I need. Like I would have, like a Kirk Cousins type, one that I know could throw for 500, but I also know he might have a 4 interception game, but one that could throw for 500 and get the job done. Even if he only throws for 200 something, he's going to get the job done. I need a quarterback like that. Jameis can be that, but we also need to start looking at our young guys. Minshew, he's serviceable. I mean, he's out for the year now, I think, over in Vegas, but you know they're drafting a quarterback. They're definitely going to do that. Here, you know, I said this last year. I said Dallas was going to straight bum this season out and lose, trade Dak, which now they signed on that deal. Maybe they still trade him, which is probably not. Trade him to Vegas, get their draft pick, get Shador and Hunter somehow, because you just lose games. They should have lost that game against the Giants. And Dion said he would come coach the Cowboys. I don't know. I don't care if the Cowboys are good or not, but I don't know. But Minshew, yeah, he's serviceable. I'm good with Minshew. I think Minshew's like a Baker in a sense. Baker's better than Minshew, but Minshew's like that guy. He's like the Walmart, the great value version of Baker is what Minshew is. He can do all that shit Baker can do, but he can't do it at that high of a level, I guess you could say. But he's the great value version of Baker Mayfield, who we should have kept in the first place. But to be honest, Baker needed to leave and go be humbled in Carolina, move to St. Louis, move to the Rams, and be like, oh, shit. I know it's possible. And that's what I said. If Dallas was to lose out, the Raiders are looking like they're going to – I mean, they gave KC a run for their money. Raiders lose, that's 2 top 5 picks. If they said some shit about Dak, whatever, trade, whoever. I can't believe they signed Dak to that deal, though. That was the craziest shit in the world, too. You got yourself another Tony Romo that just wins in the regular season and can't do shit in the playoffs. It's a problem. It's a serious issue. But we're going to see. We're going to see. So, hey, I'm definitely taking Bo, a.k.a. Bro Nix, and the Broncos tonight. We don't win in Denver. It just doesn't happen. We didn't win in Denver last year. We don't win in Denver any year. I would have loved to have I would love to brought Flacco back, but I wasn't going to start the season with Flacco behind Watson. Not with everything that was riding high. I would not have did that. Because if we were going to give Watson a real shot at that job, we had to have him without Flacco, because the minute Watson messed up, they would have been chanting Flacco, and throw him in. And I wouldn't want that for Watson, because that would have definitely killed his mentality even more than it already is. But right now, I bring Flacco back right now. If Flacco wants to play next year, I bring him back now. Put Flacco out there and let Flacco do his thing. Yeah, Dante, you're 100% right. Broncos are going to take this game, and the Browns need the draft spots. Even if they get up there high and they get a good deal and they trade back some spots, whatever, bring in some more, even bring in some veteran players and some picks. That is what we need. We don't need a win in Denver. We don't. Like, it's not going to do nothing. It's not going to do nothing at all. But I don't know. People are texting me, telling me all sorts of shit, man. But yeah, who cares about winning in Denver? Yeah, I agree. But again, if they were that high on Watson, they needed to let Flacco ride and let Watson try to do this without looking over his shoulder every 5 seconds if he did something wrong, and if they were going to put Flacco in, or the fan base was going to turn on him and automatically want Flacco. That's why we couldn't do that. That's why that wasn't able to be done. So, yeah, it's rough. It sucks. It sucks. But I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. Again, I would take Flacco. I would definitely do Flacco. And he'll probably get dropped. He probably will get dropped. bum ass 15 over there, they might keep Flacco because they're going to need to do something over there with AR. I don't know what they're going to do or what's going to happen, but Flacco would be nice to have back. But again, I want to get a nice rookie in here. And I want to develop this rookie. But there really isn't a lot coming out. You got Shador, you got Cam Ward. You don't got a whole lot. Next year might be better. I don't even know. Like right now, college quarterbacks just, I mean, they're not just flying off the charts. Art Modell wants Kyle McCord. Listen, man. Listen, Linda. Nah, there's no Kyle McCord. No, none of that. No, none of that. I don't want no Kyle McCord. I don't want any of that trash. Even though I'm pretty pissed off that, again, I'm still mad at Ohio State and how that whole situation is gone and what's going on there. I can't believe Ryan Day cannot beat that team up north. Cannot believe it. Don't want to talk about it no more. That's done and over with. We're about to see how the college playoffs pan out. We'll probably get more into that tomorrow on Sports Madness with Jay. Jackson Dart, Quinn Ewers. Hey, listen, you could take one of those guys later on in the draft, and I'd be happy as hell to take Dart or Ewers later on. And that DJ, no. I don't want nothing to do with DJ Oobly Bloobly or whatever the hell his name is. I got no problem with taking Dart or Ewers later on in the draft. And Will Howard, no. After that performance, no. Nah, no. Even Dart, he's shaky too. But I'll take Ewers later on. You know, round 3, I'll take Ewers. But he'll be gone. Someone will pick him up right away. Think he's going to be some big class thing. But, yeah. I don't know. Browns just do not need to win. But this week has been absolute chaos. There's been a lot of close games, a lot of crazy things have happened in the NFL. Then you had all the rivalry week, all the brawls, all the beat 'em up, literally beat 'em up football. The NBA's in full swing. You got things happening all over the place. Bobby G. Again, Cavs take down Boston last night, but they lose 2 in a row to Atlanta before that. But then Atlanta loses 2 to Washington. NBA is just crazy and goofy too. But the Cavs are still the top team in the East. And again, the bigs didn't even play well last night, even though Boston didn't have Jaylen Brown. But the bigs, they didn't even, I don't even think neither one of them had double digits. Maybe Mobley had double digits points. But again, we're going to see what happens. Because now I think you got Washington next. You got some trash team next. Then you got Denver, Minnesota's around here. You got a couple games coming up. See what happens with this. Cavs are going to do their thing. Everybody over here, they're just a regular season team. They fake, they frauds. Come on now. You don't go 16, 15 in a row. You just don't do that. You're not frauds. Exactly, Bobby G. Hawks always beat us. Yeah, LeBron, remember they swept us. They went, what they win that year? 60-something games? They swept us in the regular season, then we swept them in the playoffs. Exactly. The Hawks somehow always have our number. It's like we play down to them or we just feel bad for them or something. Like, all right, we got to let you guys get something here. All right. I don't know what it is, but we always let the Hawks win. But again, a great game last night. D. Mitch showed exactly what you wanted to see in your superstar. He really wasn't playing. It was more of a Garland game. Then Mitch came out of nowhere and just started cranking him. Just started doing his thing. Hitting 3 after 3, going to the hole. And it all started after he got blocked. Got a block dunk. Dude did the Kemba, and Mitch said, all right, then I got you. And just started letting loose. Guns a-blazing, firing from 3 points. Drove that game down to the wire. Got the win. I mean, shit, I was sitting there watching that game. The last 30 seconds took 20 minutes because it was nonstop foul, shot. It was going. I mean, it didn't matter. It was 6 seconds left, and it foul, shot. It was crazy. Good game, though. I love it. Porzingis played too, so I don't hear that. Again, Jaylen Brown was the one that didn't play, and that'll be the excuse from the Boston fans saying, well, we didn't have him. Well, neither one of our bigs played good. I mean, we're going to do all this? I don't even want to get into that shit. A win's a win. Just like the first game, we didn't have Okoro or LeVert, and Garland went 3 of 20, 21 shooting. And we still almost won. So I think that's going to be a great series between Boston and Cleveland when it comes to the playoffs. And Cavs are going to give them a run for the damn money. The Cavs won this, or Hawks actually won the season series against the Cavs. They only played them again in January. Yeah, that's it. They got the third game. Yeah, the Hawks do that. They do that, like Bobby G, like Bobby Bugatti said. The Hawks do that to us. They did it in the LeBron era, and everybody's gonna freak out. Oh, we lost to the Hawks. Listen, I don't care. We're gonna lose some games. We weren't ever gonna go 82-0. It wasn't happening. You know, maybe 20-0. We thought that was a possibility because of the way the schedule worked out. We didn't think the Hawks were going to do this, but they did it. If we would have beat Boston, the Hawks probably still would have beat us. So we still would have lost at some point. It doesn't matter. Good. Let's get some stuff. Let's understand where we got to work on and what we got to do. I love Kenny Atkinson as our coach. The dude knows how to take our weaknesses and make them strengths and build on them. He knows how to coach his team. He loves this team. And his team bought the hell in and loves him. So it's going to be crazy. And I'm sick and tired of people calling them frauds, man. This team is not a fraud team. They ain't just a regular season team either. Because last year, we were hurt and beat up, and we still played around with Boston. Imagine if we were full strength, playing the way we play now. That'd be a whole different story. Whole different story. We might have been in the conference finals. We might have been in the chip. But we're going to see. Hey, tomorrow, make sure you tune in Sports Madness. We're probably doing it 12 o'clock tomorrow. We'll be live on here 12 o'clock tomorrow. Make sure you check out the Roku and the Fire TV channels, the Huddle Sports Network. You got to check out the NESSP Network, the Northeast Streaming Sports Network. I mean, hey, what about my Network 216, boys? Hey, look, that Cleveland network out there, live. You a Cleveland fan, you big into Network 216. Look them up on YouTube, X, look them all over the place. Bobby G, I got to get you involved with them boys. I think you'd be great for that. We're going to have to say goodbye. I got to get myself fed, myself ready. I got to take my ass to overtime. I do have something come up. I may have to have surgery to get my gallbladder taken out. I don't know exact dates, so you might not see me. I don't know. I'll probably still try to do whatever I can, like always. But till next time, I'm going to salute y'all out. I hope y'all had a great Thanksgiving again. Hope y'all have a great night and tune